Well, there were no alarms for Xiong in the early stages of the final round. The first 4 holes were halved before Xiong weighed up a winning birdie putt on the 5th. Unerring, perfect judgment of pace, and there was to be more of the same on the 6th. Courtesy of those 2 hammer blows, Xiong tightened his grip. 4 up, about to tackle the shortest hole on the front 9, the 185-yard 7th.
Par 3. Great crowd, silence, hoping their man can win, but he's up against it. Xinjiang playing brilliant golf. 7-iron into this par 3. Another great chance. He's just holed a couple of beautiful putts.
Yes, and you have to think, without getting ahead of ourselves, if he does win, how will he cope on those greens at St Andrews where putting from distance is so vital?
James Byrne eyeing it up and down. He needs something to happen. That's a beautiful iron shot. He's going to be second to putt. Xinjiang, though, the way he's been putting the last few greens, if he pops it in, you know, it's a real sort of kick in the shins. You've got half a chance. But this guy, with 25 feet left. Does he hold another? My word, he has. Well, he can't miss. Brilliant. And unless James Byrne holds this, he'll have lost 3 holes on the spin. Brilliant putting, though, from Xinjiang. James Byrne's playing nicely, but this is hard to compete against and demoralising. Good release of the putter head. Get in. And he indeed now goes 5 down.
Yes, the gap widens. The 8th with matching bogeys and the 9th with a pair of birdies were both halved, leaving Byrne 5 down and facing an extremely tough assignment on the back 9. His tee shot on the 10th was wayward, but he would scramble for par. Meanwhile, Xiong had problems of his own and needed this to halve the hole. Not infallible. A ray of light, renewed hope for the local favourite. 4 down, 8 to play.
Well, this is second shot, James Byrne on the 11th, 387 yards. You drive over the top of the hill onto the flat. Oh dear, he's found the bunker with his second shot with the short iron, having won the 10th. Desperate to put pressure on this man. First Korean, first Asian to win in 125 years. What an achievement that would be.
Well, Korean lady golfers have been very successful, haven't they, over the last decade or so? But I think the men are catching up. The likes of KJ Choi, Y.E. Yang, USPGA champion last year, of course, and Eric Chun, who came through international final qualifying for St Andrews in Asia earlier this year.
Look at this, plugged. Steep backswing, just trying to pop it up. Use the slope. And he's made a pretty good job of that. Beautiful to play out of seaside sand. It's like nothing else. Crowd hoping, of course, their man can carry on. Well, this minor comeback, but he's had 3. Xiong had 2. He's 4 up. Oh, make that 5. Absolutely brutal.
Putting is a game within a game, they say, and it's winning this game. When the 12th hole was subsequently halved in par 4s, Xiong knew that by winning the 13th, he would slam the door. On the uphill par 3, first Xiong, then his opponent Byrne would miss the extremely narrow green. In fact, both players found cavernous pot bunkers, stretching their sand skills to the max.
Well, James Byrne more used to this type of sand and bunkering, playing a beautiful shot out of there with elevation, but not to be outdone by Xinjiang, who hasn't got that much experience on links golf, laying the club face well open to get the height from that revetted face, and also playing an excellent bunker shot.
It would be a half in par threes. And one more half on the 14th would see Xiong establish a new milestone for Asian golf. His tee shot was more than acceptable. He's got a good angle to the flag from the semi-ref.
474 yards. Wonder what's going through his mind. Probably just find the green. Good looking swing that he's put on it. Pitches it short. Oh, and that's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Probably couldn't have got it any closer than that. Wandering off. Great services. Trimmed down to within an inch of their lives.
This would be golf's version of the Great Escape. If Byrne could get out of this. Highly unlikely. But he won't stop trying.
It should turn in from there. That's a great shot from James Byrne. Under the pressure. It really is last chance saloon for him now. The way Xiong has played and putted, is he going to get a chance to putt?
John, I don't know whether you'll agree with this, but I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that Xiong's putting display today has been truly world-class.
Oh, I'd agree with you. You know, to put on links greens, there's a lot of little subtleties that you've got to become familiar with, and he's obviously got a very good eye for the lines, plus an exceptional stroke. Here he goes, this to seal the match. Oh, he's hold it. Well, that's incredible. Absolutely brilliant from Xinjiang, a pure display of putting.
His father was carrying the clubs this week. He will be bursting with pride and with every justification. It was a fitting way to end a wonderful display. Byrne vanquished, Xiong victorious. At the end of 2 rounds of stroke play and 6 matches, Xiong reserved his best until last. It's a week that's culminated with him winning the 2010 Amateur Championship.
Runner-up and winner of the silver medal from Bankery, James Byrne.
Byrne joins fellow Scot and this year's Ryder Cup captain Colin Montgomery on the list of beaten Amateur Championship finalists.
Happy with the way I played. Jin played absolutely brilliant in the final, and you know, I'd have had to shot about 65 to match him there and get it into extra holes. So, you know, I didn't play as good as yesterday, but you know, I hung in there and made a lot of pars. He just, yeah, it was one of the best putting rounds I've ever seen. So, overall, with the week, I played some great golf in the match play stages. You know, 2 sub-70 rounds in the stroke play. So, you know, delighted with the way I played.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the gold medal and the 2010 Amateur Champion from Korea is Jin Jiang.
So the amateur champion is really representing what's good about the amateur game and taking it forward probably into the professional ranks in the future, and that connection is extremely important.
I've always been dreaming about, you know, play at Muirfield or British Open. And I finally played and I've won tournament here. I haven't seen my dad for 1 year. Probably second, third time he was caddying for my tournament, and I never play that well in front of him, but I did this week, so I'm proud of myself and really happy with that. Well, I never ever had this big trophy before, and well, if my names go on there, yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know, I just can't think straight now. It means everything. It's everything for amateur. It's biggest tournament in the world for amateur, and I've just won it. So yeah, that means everything.